Hello and welcome to LAC1. My name is Mrs. Martz and I will be your teacher for this course. The purpose of this tutorial is to teach you how to access your course and be successful in LAC1. You can do that by first clicking on the LMS link on your main home screen. Once you click on this link, it will take you to a secondary screen which will list your courses. Find English 104 and click on that. Once you've clicked on that link, you'll be brought to our course. The first step you want to complete is to click on the Welcome to LAC1 announcement message. In this message, you will find 6 steps that you need to complete today in order to be successful at your first day in LAC1. Your first step will be to click and access our syllabus. You can access the syllabus either under the course home area or in the doc sharing area. Doc sharing is where you will find most helpful resources posted there. We'll discuss this area a little bit later. It is essential that you download and save the syllabus, both print it and keep an offline version of the syllabus. It will contain all of my contact information as well as important policies such as our late policy. Once you've downloaded the syllabus and have carefully read all its contents, your next task is going to be to read all of your announcements in KML. Then it will be to go ahead and click on the weekly work schedule. The weekly work schedule will outline important course due dates and essentially let you know what you need to complete in this course each day. It's important to stay caught up to date in this course. We will discuss the weekly work schedule in complete detail later on in this tutorial. Once you've read all of your announcements in KML, the next step you will want to do is to make sure you can identify that you have all of the resources necessary for this class. So check and make sure that you have Classics for Young Readers, Volume 8. If you haven't received your textbooks, a copy of all of the readings you will need for Module 1, Unit 1 can be found in the doc sharing area under LC Unit 1 Readings. So make sure you check that doc sharing area. Once you've identified your textbook for this course, go ahead and click on the Class Connect area. You'll find this under the course home. Class Connect is the area where we will meet live once a week to discuss difficult assignments, upcoming assignments, and really to get to know each other a little bit better. It is essential and important for you to attend all live Class Connect sessions. However, we understand that sometimes things come up. So remember, our sessions will always be recorded for your convenience for you to watch if you can't make it to a live session. It's easy to access Class Connect assignments and Class Connect sessions. You can do it by simply clicking on the Class Connect area on your homepage. Once you click on that Class Connect area, it will take you to an area where you can either select Daily View or Weekly View. From here, you'll find our course, LAC1. Click on that, and once you click on the link, it'll automatically take you to the next screen, which is entering our live session. It should look something similar to what's on your screen right now. Again, as I mentioned before, Class Connects are important. It's essential that you plan on attending live Class Connects whenever possible. However, if you do miss a Class Connect, accessing a recording is easy. All you'll do is complete the same steps mentioned above, but instead of being entered into your live class, you'll be provided with a link for a recording, similar to what you see on the screen in front of you. All you have to do is click on the blue link there, wait just a couple of minutes, and the recording should begin automatically. If you run into any issues with Class Connect or Blackboard Collaborate, usually they are due to your pop-up blocker not being turned off. If this occurs, look to the top of your screen for a similar bar such as what appears on your screen. Right-click on it and click either Download File or Allow Pop-up Blocks. Then simply click on the link again and you should be entered into your live Class Connect. I hope to see you all at our weekly live Class Connects. Now that we've discussed our syllabus, we've discussed the announcements, and we've discussed the Class Connect area, I want to briefly draw your attention to 2 assignments you'll be required to work on in LAC1. There are 2 assignments you'll be reviewing this week. the LAC1 response log, and the LAC1 vocabulary log. Both of these assignments can be found under the course home area, and both of them have also been posted in Doc Sharing. Although you won't be completing your first assignment in either of these today, you will be next week, and it's essential that you understand the requirements of these two assignments. So please make sure to download and read exactly what your vocabulary log and LAC1 response log require. Next, let's take a little time to discuss the weekly work schedule. The weekly work schedule will always appear below the announcements and has 6 specific components to it. This is where you'll go each day to figure out exactly what needs to be done in LAC1. The first thing you're going to want to look at under the weekly work schedule is the date area. Remember, in this course, you're always allowed to work ahead, but never to fall behind, so make sure you're checking into the class and completing each assignment listed on the weekly work schedule daily. Once you've located the date, then you'll locate the module number. The module number will correlate with the modules on the left-hand side of your navigation bar. After the module number, you'll see the day and then the lesson or activity. The lesson activity is the lesson or activity you must complete for that day, and typically corresponds to an online lesson. The next category you'll see is the assignment given category. This is where I will give you assignments to work on. Some will be due that day, some will be due later on in the week. And then finally, the last column of the weekly work schedule will be the assignment due column. Any assignment that's due that day for grading will always appear in the assignment due column. Please note that you won't have an assignment due every day in LAC1, but it is essential to always check the assignment due column. Let's go ahead and scroll down to what the weekly work schedule looks like and what you'll be seeing each day in this course. As noted before, the first step you will always need to take when using the weekly work schedule is to first locate the date. Next, you will locate the module number, if there is one listed, then the day, then the daily lesson or activity for that day. Again, notice today I've asked you to download, save, and read the course syllabus, as long as reading all announcements. Once you've looked at the daily lesson and the activity column, your next column will be the assignment given column. Again, this is where I will note which assignments you need to begin working on that day. And then finally, the assignment due column. Any assignment that must be completed that day will always appear in the assignment due column. Let's scroll down. Later this week, you will be required to complete actual online lessons in your first module. Again, we go to the date, then the module number, 1 indicating Module 1 on the left-hand side of the navigation bar, and then the day, Day 1, as seen under Module 1. Next, you'll locate the online lesson you'll need to complete for that day, in this case, LC 1.01 Introduction. When you click under Module 1, Day 1, again, you'll be brought to that lesson. Simply click on the blue link, wait just 1 or 2 moments for the lesson to load, and you should be able to easily access your online lesson. Online lessons contain a variety of different resources. Most online lessons are several pages long, as noted down in the right-hand side. You can easily navigate through your online lessons by using the forward and back arrows. There are several resources that are essential to successfully completing an online lesson. One of these resources is the student guide. The student guide will typically appear on page 2 or 3 of your online lesson. Although you do not need to submit student guides for a grade, I highly recommend you use them. They allow you to easily and succinctly pick out the important information being shared in your online lesson. As you can see from the screen in front of you, there's other enrichment resources that are also found within the online lesson, and it's important for you to click on all pages. Now that you have seen how to complete a lesson, how to identify what's due each day on the weekly work schedule, let's go ahead and move on to investigating the doc sharing area. As noted on the weekly work schedule, you'll have several assignments due throughout the week. Whenever you have a teacher-scored assignment or any assignment that is contained in a Word document, you can usually find a copy of this posted in the doc sharing area. As mentioned before, you can find a copy of your syllabus here, as well as a copy of your vocabulary journal instructions and your LAC1 response journal instructions. For those of you that have not yet received your textbook, this is also the area that you can download the readings for our first couple pieces of literature. The doc sharing area is essential to check back often. In addition to checking the doc sharing area, it's also important to check out the Dropbox area today, as well as the gradebook, to make sure you're familiar with how these resources work. Now that you've explored the doc sharing area, we've come to our final step and most important step for today's tutorial, and that's ensuring that you know where to get help if you need it. Remember, I'm always available via Kmail, and you can attend my live office hours, as noted under the teacher contact information. It's essential to click under teacher contact information today and make sure you write down this information and keep a copy of it offline in case you have any technical issues that you need to contact me about. Remember, communication with your teacher is one of the most important skills to have. Thank you for watching this tutorial and have a great week.